Welcome to Vital Step to Wellness, the podcast where we talk about everyday solutions to everyday problems. I am Marcia Torres, and together with Heidi Honrado, we are excited to bring a special guest every month. Today, we have Candice Marie Barlow. Heidi, please introduce Candice.
Hello, Marcia. How are you? Hey, Candice, how you doing? Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Today, we are so excited. We have the privilege of hearing from Candice, the founder of ICan with Can Marie. I love that name.
Thank you.
A wellness initiative that combines dance, fitness, and personal growth to empower others. Candice's personal health journey is truly inspiring. At one point, she made the commitment to transform her life and ultimately losing 65 pounds and finding strength, confidence, and balance. Through this experience, Candice discovered the power of movement, nutrition, and positive mindset. And now she shares this knowledge with others, helping them live healthier lives. Candice, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to have you. You are so much fun, and I can't wait for others to learn about your journey, for them to know what we know about you. And I just have the first question that I want to ask you. And of course, it's about dancing. So dancing is a deep passion. It's a deep passion of yours. So can you tell us when you realized that you wanted to use dance to impact others and make a positive change?
Sure. So I want to thank you guys for having me on. I really, really appreciate it. So dance is how I entered my fitness journey. I danced, of course, when I was younger, which I loved. I didn't continue, not exactly sure why, but I had entered the gym trying to figure out how to start this fitness journey, and I heard music, and I'm like, okay, now I love music. So I found Zumba. So Zumba became a great start to my fitness journey. I would go on my lunch break every day. My teacher eventually was like, why don't you get certified? So I was like, oh, okay. I went and got my certification with dance, with the Zumba, under the Zumba name. And I started my journey as a Zumba teacher. Around COVID, we were shut down, as everybody knows, from the whole country. And during that time, my participants were missing class. We tried the Facebook Live, we tried, everything online. Eventually spring came and we were able to go outside and dance. And the amount of people who came to the class, we were stationed in Delaware Park because we were allowed to dance, outside as long as we had space. But it took over. And at that moment, that's when I rebranded as dance therapy, because I realized that the impact that this class had on people's, just the way they felt, how everybody would come out, how we developed a community. And I realized how important it was to continue this with our community.
Yeah, wow. And I have seen your classes. I mean, they are powerful, and people just search you. They look for you, and you have truly made that, like, you have made a brand for yourself.
Yes, I really like dance is fun, and it is a workout that feels like a party. So as long as everybody's at the party, you don't realize that you're working out. And then by the end of class, I'll be like, see you next time at the club. So I try to make it so that is the introduction for people, because a lot of people do get intimidated when you talk about fitness. You talk about the gym and weights and proteins and macros. So when you make it something relatable, like a party, oh, everybody wants to go to the party. So I'll see you at dance therapy at the party, or at Weight Abandonment, which is strength training, but it's also a party. So that's what I always want to put into my clients, that the working out doesn't have to be boring, and it doesn't not have to be fun. We can make this fun.
That's right. So you're sharing exactly the same feeling that you felt in that moment when you said, oh, there's music. You transferred that and now sharing that with your clients and making a different thing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Congratulations.
I have a question. So when you're dancing and everybody's in the party, right? And sometimes we know that in the party, there are people like they're a little bit off with the moves. How you integrate them? Because
That would be me.
that can be intimidating, right? The reason why I don't go is because everybody tells me I have two left feet and they don't go. But how you make them feel part of that party?
So first of all, I tell everybody they can dance. First of all, people don't think they can dance because someone told them something negative and are telling them now that they can't dance. So now they had that fear. I want them in the class to feel free, like shed that fear. Who told you that you can't dance? You can dance. And regardless if you are following the moves I'm doing exactly, you're moving. And the important part is movement. As long as we're moving and you're dancing how I'm dancing and you're interpreting it the way that you're interpreting it, it's still dance and it's still beautiful, a beautiful thing. Everybody gets really intimidated, but that's their own fear holding them back. Don't let anybody keep you from the party. Don't. The party's a good time. So I would, Marcia, I hope to see you in one of our classes soon.
Absolutely. I would love that. I would love that. And thank you so much. Because that is something that we often hear, and I think you nail it. They connect exercise as like such much work, but when you actually dance, you're moving, and that's what we want as coaches, right? We want people to move and to start actually making that blood flow and just creating those hormones that they give them happiness, and I think it's amazing. And
and then also, I have a dance therapy class, and then I have a Way to Be a Minute class. Way to Be a Minute are for the people who are a little afraid to dance, but we focus primarily on strength training. So it's all squats, lunges, crab walks, and weights. And we alternate songs. So we'll do all arms on one song. We'll do all squats on one song. Sometimes I do combos. My class loves those. And then we end the class with some core work. So if people don't want to go right into the dance, they can come to Way to Be a Minute, and it gives them the option of also integrating strength training along with that cardio in their lives.
That's awesome. That's so the level of beginners, it's all together, like beginners, advanced, is tailored for everyone.
Right, because in Way to Be a Minute, say you come, so I had two new people that came this weekend, and they started with 2 pounds. We do a lot of reps, because a lot of reps help you tone. So they may start with 2, I'm at 4 or 8 pounds. So you can increase the weight to challenge yourself, but everybody can still be doing the same moves and it be an effective workout.
That's wonderful. And in addition to what Marcia said, that people feel intimidated, also you're making them comfortable, but you're also helping them change that mindset. And that's that huge thing, changing that mindset and making sure that they know I can do this, and I'm doing it. And that will open the door to so many other things that will come after that, new habits and behaviors that will lead them to a healthier life.
Right. And I love that you pointed that out, Heidi, because in reality, you're not going to get anything changed unless you change the mindset, because the desserts are still going to be there. We're still going to have holiday dinners. Everybody still is going to have their birthday, but you have to learn to exercise self-control and discipline, which is needed for any goal that you want to accomplish in life. And once you get control over your plate, you feel like a superstar. When you say no, like, oh my God, I have enough power to say no and make those choices so I can actually get these goals that I want to get to. That alone, it gives you a different self-confidence.
I see so much light, vibrant light in you and your smile. And the energy that you just give us right now is just very inspirational and positive. I would like for you to share with us your journey. You said Heidi was mentioning at the beginning of the introduction that you lost 65 pounds.
So it's been a long journey, okay? And that's what I tell people also. It is a everyday thing. You never get to quit. I've always been an overweight child. I did struggle with eating as I was younger. I feel that a lot of the times we're not taught to eat. We were taught that plate, I remember, but you were not taught really protein. And then also when I lived in Lackawanna in a small town, you know, we go to the corner store, we go get donut sticks, we go get ho-hos. That was my regular diet every day. But if you aren't educated or you don't know what to eat, you don't really know what to eat. So I always struggled with being overweight. I did some sports, but not really. I got hit in the face with a softball when I was a kid, and that was the end of my sports career.
Like, that's it.
That was my career ended.
I'm done. That's all right. I don't need to play with any softballs or anything like that. I went to college. I gained even more weight. Started, you know, going out in the club and everything. You gain even more weight because now you're drinking alcohol. So I was up to about 232 pounds. There was one summer, I think my job, we got locked out, and I was eating all summer. It was a thing, but then it was at a point where I was uncomfortable. Okay. And when you're uncomfortable with yourself, that's when the fork in the road is. Either I'm going to change and move towards my goals, or I'm going to just stay here and be unhappy with where I'm at. I didn't know where to start. So again, my job had a gym. I would go downstairs to the gym. I would walk the elliptical for an hour, and I would eat a bag of broccoli every day, which was terrible. It was terrible. I wasn't eating my calories. I wasn't losing weight because my body was in starvation mode. So it was like, what are you doing? Did Zumba. I would lose weight, but then I would gain it back every weekend when I went to gyms. So it was like, without the eating part, I tell people all the time that you're also just wasting your time. So I did get it together with Zumba. I started getting my food together and my plate together. And then I wanted to get a little more knowledge because I'm like, okay, I'm losing weight, but now I'm flabby. I'm like, I got to learn about strength training. So I went back and I got my certification in personal training about 4 years ago. That's when I developed the class Weight Abandonment to go along with dance therapy, because I understood that in order to get the body that I wanted, I need both strength training and cardio. A lot of women don't know, after 40, we start to lose our muscle mass. If you are not lifting weights or doing strength training, you are not going to be able to get up off the toilet at 80, because you have to develop that strength training.
That's real.
Yes.
Right. That's what I really try to tell my clients. It's like, it's not even the superficialness of you look good. It's your insides. It's the visceral fat that you develop when you're not eating well. You can't get off the couch without leaning your whole body forward because you don't have any glute strength. So I try to make everything digestible enough for the people who don't have the knowledge. But I always stress it's an everyday journey. My husband loves to make cookies, and I am in here fighting for my life sometimes. But you have to know the balance. You have to create a space where you're safe and like you have stuff. So when I go to the grocery store, I don't buy any cereal that I like, because I know cereal is a doozy for me. Fruit snack, I don't like those. I could buy those for my son. I won't be tempted. And then I always say, cheat it until you make it. I started my journey with keto, which it works as long as you follow the diet. But for me, it got to be too much fat for my body and my skin was breaking out. It wasn't good for me. So I had to transition to a more macro balanced plate. So I always tell my clients, you got to focus on the protein if you want a lean body. You gotta have the healthy carbs and not packaged items that stay on the shelves in the grocery stores for 10 years and they still want us to eat it. You gotta start to really think about what you're putting in your body, and do you want to eat the crackers that are in the package for 6 months in the grocery store or longer? What is it going to do to your insides? So it is tumultuous, because we also know that eating plays on our mental health sometimes. So if we have a big bad day, my thing when I was still, I'm in the journey still. I recently broke my ankle in October. So I'm just kind of getting back into the mix again. So actually a year ago, broke my ankle. here's another pivot in the road. I can't move. So I have to be strict on my plate, and I have to pay attention to what I'm putting in my body. Did I do that? No. I ended up gaining like 30 pounds while I broke my ankle because I was eating Pop-Tarts because I was sad because I broke my ankle. But again, that's the emotional void that food fills for us, that we have to be conscious and be like, I got to fill it with other things. At my place, did I do the right thing? No. But thankfully,
it's a journey.
It's a journey. I was stuck on the road, and now I'm back to my pre-ankle weight. It took a lot of, no, I can't have that. No, I can't have that. A lot of people get discouraged because the weight doesn't come off like that. It doesn't take us to gain it.
That's right.
You eat and we eating and we're celebrating and we're eating and not moving, and boom. And just how fast it is to gain it, it's not also as fast to get it off.
Unfortunately, it does not come off that fast.
Right.
No.
So yes, I just try to stress the importance of the journey, to take the journey, to be on the journey, because we only have one body. So we have to do the best that we have with the one that we have.
And thank you so much for being so truthful and honest with our audience. This is the journey, right? It's not like one day you start and you realize that everything is beautiful and you never fall back. No. We fall back, but as long as you have those behaviors in place and the why behind why you do it, you come back and you're like, okay, now I'm in business. Now I'm back on track. So thank you for sharing that, because that we need to hear that it's okay, and sometimes you're going to stumble, but that's part of the growth. That's part of
right. And that's one thing I always tell my clients. Unlike my competitors, I understand. Like, I literally understand fighting food, and not like, sometimes I would have to put ketchup on stuff not to eat it because I'm not supposed to eat it. So I can very much identify with my clients, just the stumbles of the journeys, is the rocks that are on the path, the mud that you have to jump over.
Yeah.
If you can think of one thing that you can tell everyone here that holds you back to always come back to where you need to be, what that will be?
Discipline. So you have to have the discipline to know what you need to do at all times, and know on those days where you don't feel like it, you still have to do it. So that keeps me together. I will take a day off. I will take 2 days off, but once I get to 3, I'm like, okay, no, we got to come on back, because we do need rest. Our bodies do, rest is required for your muscles to grow, for you, to get the sleep that you need so your cortisol levels aren't too high. But you also have to know the point where you're like, okay, I'm getting late, So it is stringent sometimes, yes, but at the same time, you're important enough to do the best things for your body, so do it.
Yeah, thank you for that. And what I'm hearing, you're saying is, you shared very key challenges that you had and behaviors that you had to include in your journey, and when you said, sometimes we fall, but being okay with saying, I did this, but now I'm picking it back up, and testing and trying, just because one thing works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for another. So, and understanding that. So that is very important for people to know, that it's okay. You have to know your body and what works best for you, but also giving yourself grace that it's okay, that we're not perfect, right? We're going to have those days. But thank you for bringing that to the human level, right?
Right.
The real level. Yeah. So Marta, do you have another question?
No, I think those are the questions I have, because my second question was about the behaviors, but you said it all when you were talking. You were talking about the discipline, you were talking about the whys behind and everything. So yes, so I love that. I love I love the way you presented your journey, right? Real. It's so real. I think is so tangible. So I want people to know that they can, it is possible. And allowing ourselves to feel, because through that is the process of growth.
Definitely.
That is.
And then feeling also helps you distinguish, am I just eating this cookie because I'm sad right now, or am I thirsty and need some water? Or am I really hungry right now? Or is it something else? Because a lot of times we do mindless eating, which I'm also guilty of. Everybody has the same struggles. I think once you realize in life that we're all like working on different things, all working on different goals, we're all facing the same battles of self-doubt and things like that. That's when you can start, laying off of yourself, because I will say that I can get a little stringent with my diet also because it's like a control factor, right? And I have to remind myself. So like you said, it's a journey for everybody. Give yourself grace. You are gonna fall. You may have a cookie. Just go for a walk after. Keep your body moving. That's the most important part.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I do want to mention, if you can share with us, you were just recently recognized at the Canvas Rebel.
Yes, there was an article done for me in Canvas Rebel, where I was able to just tell my story and also share these different wellness information. So I was very excited about that.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And I love your name. I know when we say people can, it's like you literally have the perfect I can with Can Marie. Like I love that, and it's reminding people all the time, yes, I can, so and I've seen your growth. I've been following you, I believe from the beginning. And I've been seeing, and every time I see, especially in the summer, there's an event. Oh, yep, yes, I can with Can Marie, there she is. So thank you for the work that you're doing in the community and sharing your story, because people do need to hear it. And us, Marcy and I, as health coaches, health and wellness coaches, we're trying to really share that message that you can, you can have the control to live a better life, to control those chronic illnesses, to create those new habits, and it takes a village, and they need to see people like us that we understand their struggles and we're here with them. We may be on this side, but doesn't mean that we don't deal with it. Right. So thank you for being transparent today with us and sharing that.
Thank you, ladies, for having me. It was a great time, and I'll come back whenever.
Yes, you have to come back because I have a lot of questions about how you got your name and all that. But now we have a lot, and we thank you so much. But we would like for you to share where people can find you. If you can give us your social media, wherever you are, just so people can hear and find you.
So you can join our group on Facebook. It's ICan with Can Marie, the Candy Canes. You can also follow me on Instagram at ICan with Can Marie. And you can also follow my personal page at Can_Marie. We also have a website, ICanWithCanMarie.com, where you can go and you can make a reservation for our fitness classes. So we have classes Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday and Saturday, we have Way to Band Minute, which is the strength training party that you can come to. That is at Monday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 9:30 a.m. They are both at the same location of 3152 Main Street. Dance therapy currently is pop-up classes. So for every month, we're kind of doing different locations. For November, dance therapy is at 877 East Sullivan, and each class is $10 with a reservation and $15 drop-in. So we hope to see you at the party soon. Don't you be tardy to the party.
I love that. Yes, we're definitely gonna be there, and it's no excuses. It's no excuses. I mean, just go and show up and party. Like what else is there, right? So
have fun. Bring your best chicken head. Bring your best Tootsie Roll. We're gonna do a little Tootsie Roll. We're gonna do a little hopping, and it's a good time. I have Gabrielle. She works with me. She's like the hype man, so she keeps the energy high when everybody can't breathe. And we're waiting for the next song. We're waiting for the drink break. But no, it's a really, really good time, and it's all ages. My mom comes, my aunts come. I have a young lady, she's like 10. She comes. People sit in the chairs who can't dance and move their arms. So it's still effective for everybody. And if you just come, the energy is beautiful. It really is. We come and we lay everything on the dance floor. Really.
Beautiful.
I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We're so glad that you are here today, and thank you for sharing this beautiful message with all our listeners.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Bye-bye.